Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Stockyards in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm Jeff Melanishin, and welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. And joining me for this one is Charles Doherty. Charles, we got Tulsa coming in 0-2, Fort Worth, they're 1-1. What are you looking forward to in today's matchup?
First of all, I'm glad we're back together again, ready to do another great game. I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to have Uncle Charles's wish list on the Tulsa offense. I wish Sonzo Robinson, the halfback, would take to the house on a long TD run. On the Fort Worth offense, my wish is for Cameron Curtis, the quarterback, to get his first TD pass of the season. On the Tulsa defense, my wish is for Chris Andrews at defensive end to get another sack to build on his 3 for the season. And finally, for the Fort Worth defense, my wish is for either free safety rookie Blake Prine or cornerback rookie Adam Leach to get their first interceptions of the season in their career, because they're the only two left in the secondary for Fort Worth that hasn't gotten one.
This should be an interesting matchup. Fort Worth looking to stay atop the South Division. Meanwhile, Tulsa, looking to get their first win of the season. It's going to be an interesting one, and this is sure going to be a slugfest that I know many people are going to want to see how this one plays out. Doing the stats for us today, Tom Rahman, Rochelle Colston, and Andre Krim. And thank you guys, the fans, the viewers, for tuning into this one, as we are just moments away from the kickoff from the Stockyards. Fort Worth is going to get the ball to start the game, and we are underway. And fielding it deep in the end zone and deciding to bring this one out to start the game, trying to get outside. Ooh, makes a nice cut and down to the 23-yard line. And that is where we will see for the first time Cameron Curtis, who is coming in with 341 passing yards on the season. What are you looking forward to, Charles, in the Fort Worth offense?
Well, I think this could shape up to be a pretty high-scoring game. I mean, both of these offenses are loaded, and I'm waiting for either team to break out on offense.
Linebackers getting close to the line of scrimmage here, looking like they're going to blitz. As Curtis under center, hands off to Jason Williams, getting the carry for the first time, and he's going to be stopped 1 yard short and getting the loss on the play, as that's big old number 95, DJ Majesty, as we'll get the starters for the offense for the Fort Worth Toros. Cameron Curtis is the quarterback, and the running back is Jason Williams, and the fullback is Chris Komisek. The receiving core of Cade Stevens, Stephen Hacker, and the tight ends Robert Garrett Jr. and Lauren Prococo. And here, second down and 11 for Curtis, who's under center. Williams is in the backfield, bunched to the bottom of the formation, looking that way to the bunch, and finds the receiver turning it upfield, as that's going to be Cade Stevens for his first grab, as he picks up 9 on the play, and it's going to be third down and 2.
At the first play of the game, Tulsa showed a 2-bump defense there, going against this wide receiving core and tight ends between Garrett and Prococo. I mean, they could wind up burning the Tulsa defense if they pull that card too often.
Hand off to Williams, got the lead blocker, Komisek, and he is getting that first down and more up to their own 43-yard line. And let's get the starters on defense for the Tulsa Desperados. The defensive ends are Chris Andrews and Berto DeMora, and the defensive tackle is Jaden Swift. Linebacking core of Espen Rael, Jonelle Ritter, and DJ Majesty. Corners in the secondary, Nate Heslep, Julian Valaire, Cameron Shaw, Jorge Torres, and Ricky Thornton. So first down and 10, Curtis, short drop, going to fire across the middle of the field, and that one is going to be caught as pickup of 9 on the play, getting 1 yard short of the first down.
It's early in the game, Jeff, but the offensive line of Fort Worth is standing strong. They're going up against 2 tough defensive ends, and Andrews and DeMora. They're both of them had a sack last week, and they're known for putting the heat on the quarterback.
That was Stephen Hacker on the reception for 9. So second down and 1. Curtis is this time going to be in the shotgun for the first time and going to fire it on the out route. The pass is going to be caught by Cade Stevens for the first down, now into Tulsa territory to the 44.
I love the way the rookie Cameron Curtis is hanging in there in the pocket. He's got a lot of confidence, and that offensive line is giving him all day.
Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of pressure from the Desperados defense thus far. And that's going to be something that we're going to have to keep our eye on, is how the defense for Tulsa could get these stops and get Fort Worth. Oh, they're going to jump. Free play for Curtis, who throws it over the middle, and that one's going to be knocked away, looking for the tight end, Robert Garrett Jr.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They got an incompletion, and this little mistake here is going to give them 5 yards and a short distance to the chains.
And so 5 yards on the play. It will be first down and 5. So Fort Worth going on a good drive here to open up this game, Charles.
Yeah, nice balance. I like the mix of play calling. I like the fact that they're able to keep the defensive ends, as I said earlier, away from the quarterback. So far, so good.
Take a look at DJ Majesty on the play before he gets lined up. As it's going to be a handoff this time to Williams, who's going to try to break it outside on the left, and he's going to get enough for the first down before he is tackled and brought down by Nate Heslop.
Yeah, as a defensive coach, that is so frustrating. You get the running back stuck in the backfield, the first gap, you do your job, close it down, and you've got a patient and disciplined runner like Williams that's just able to wait for the hole to get open and just has that speed to get that gain. It just you're thinking to yourself, what can I do to stop this man?
And so the drive continues as they are marching down Tulsa territory. They are at the 29. Curtis will hand it off, and taking a shot. That's coming in. DJ Majesty laying the lumber on Williams.
Yeah, this time the defensive line did a great job of getting it set and opening up a lane for the linebacker to come in there and just lay the hammer.
DJ Majesty coming into this one with 831 career tackles. That is 12th in the SFL or total tackles. And here getting another one as Curtis will fire it to Williams out of the backfield. He breaks out of a tackle, picking up 6 yards on the play before he's wrestled down to the ground.
Jason Williams is a strong man. I mean, most running backs, when they get hit like that in the backfield, are going to get thrown down in the turf. But he never gave up and was able to get a couple extra yards here. They're well within field goal range. Just need to make sure that they don't make any mistakes here. They can walk away with some points.
3rd and 4 upcoming. And they're going to get the line to jump once again. Another free play, throwing it out to Percoco, who makes the grab before she steps out of bounds.
Yeah, another mistake by the line. I know they're anxious to get to that quarterback. They're going to need to settle down a little bit.
Now, when you have a defensive line like Tulsa does, Charles, kind of young outside of with Jaden Swift, but Demora and Andrews, you would think that maybe the veteran leadership here would take over.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Espen Rial, the 10-year veteran. Maybe he's got to get them all together and say, everybody take a deep breath and just settle down. Let's get this done.
So 1st down and 10, ball to the 18 of Tulsa inside the red zone on their first drive is Fort Worth. Very methodical on their march downfield, and a handoff to Williams, this time for a pickup of 4.
Yeah, smart play calling. Really like the play calling. It's keeping the Tulsa defense on their heels, trying to figure out what they're going to do next.
Already, the 12th play of the drive, 63 yards currently on the drive so far, and this is the first one of the game, and they are just taking time off the clock. 1 receiver to the bottom of the formation, 1 to the top, as Curtis under center. Throwing it across the middle, pass is caught by the tight end, Robert Garrett Jr. on the play, and there's the first down, and they are to the 4-yard line.
Robert Garrett was the player of the game last week, and you can see why he's such a valuable weapon on the offense. He runs great routes and rarely drops the ball, but that was an impressive pass by Cameron Curtis. Didn't have a lot of time to get that ball in there.
Curtis under center, looking to the end zone, and is batted away and almost picked off in the end zone. Looking for Robert Garrett Jr. coming across the middle, but Tulsa's defense is there.
Yeah, very dangerous, Jeff. How many times do you see those tip balls go up and the defense walks away with it? I think they dodged the bullet on this one.
So 2nd down and goal here from the 4-yard line. I know the Desperados looking to get a stop here, maybe hold Fort Worth to a field goal. Curtis, who's got other ideas, is going to be under center. Williams is offset in the backfield, 2 receivers to the top for Curtis. Handoff to Williams up the middle, dragging defenders, breaking out of the tackle as he hits Paydirt, and he is into the end zone for the first score of the game. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
Very impressive drive to open up the game for Fort Worth. Very methodical. They stuck to the game plan, moved the ball around, had a good mix of runs. I mean, this is Tulsa's going to have to figure something out because as of now, they don't really have an answer for that Fort Worth offense.
14 play, 77-yard drive, resulting in the 4-yard touchdown, the third of the season for Jason Williams. But Charles, just the drive that they went on alone for Fort Worth, the clock now at 5:38. What does that do for the defense for Tulsa going forward?
Well, they're gonna, if they, a couple drives like that, and you're gonna have a hard time finding any wind when you get back on the field, and that's really gonna play a part here in the late second half.
Now we will see the big kicker, Taco Sicario. He'll put the ball down, and we'll get this one back underway. As Tulsa, they will get the ball here for their first drive of the first quarter. For anybody tuning in, just tuning in, they took Fort Worth they took a lot of time off the clock. It's 5:38 left to go in the first quarter, and it was a 14-play drive, resulting in the Jason Williams touchdown. All right, so now we will see JQ and what the rookie can do for his first go around here in Fort Worth. What are you expecting to see from the Tulsa offense, Charles?
Well, they have a superstar in Gabriel Manning. I hope they push it to him on the outside. I think there's not many corners in the league that can guard him one-on-one. So if they get that look on the side, they need to test it.
7-step drop, flick of the wrist downfield, batted up in the air as Ben Stone was in the vicinity to bat that one away, looking deep downfield, but it falls incomplete. And we'll get the starters for the Tulsa Desperados on offense. JQ is the quarterback. Running back is the veteran Sanzo Robinson, and the receiving core of Corey Jones, DJ Hume, and Gabriel Manning. And the tight end, another rookie, Jason France.
And last week, Robinson only had 29 yards. Let's hope he gets a little bit more involved in the offense this game.
Yeah, coming in on the season with 60 rushing yards, that's definitely going to have to change for the Desperados offensively. As here he gets two, on the play and makes it a 3rd down and long already on their first drive.
Lots of weapons on that Tulsa offense. I said Robinson already, but you've got Corey Jones and Manning at wide receiver. And let's not forget Jason France. He can cause some damage on a deep route.
3-down defensive lineman for the Toros here on 3rd and 8. High snap, corrals it, and he fires it to Gabriel Manning downfield for the grab. And already, just like that, 3rd down and long doesn't phase the rookie JQ as he connects with Gabriel Manning.
A great throw by Gabriel Manning, by JQ, but Gabriel Manning showed what he can do. I mean, just throw it up there. There's a whole pack of Fort Worth defenders, and he does what he needs to do, has the athleticism to go up and get the ball and pull it down for the completion.
As in coverage was Aiden Davis, who wasn't able to stay with Gabriel Manning on that long post play towards the middle of the field. So 1st down and 10 for Q, takes the shotgun snap, will fire it underneath, pass is caught, as that's going to be Manning with back-to-back grabs, but this time a little bit shorter, pick up a 6. And we'll get the starters on defense for the Fort Worth Toros. The defensive line is made up of Joey Schwint, Gary Marks, Catherine Horrell. The linebackers of David Horrell, J.L. Browning, and E.K. Vinson. The secondary, Adam Leach, Aiden Davis, and Nacho Sicario are the corners. Free safeties, Blake Prine, Ben Stone, and the strong safety, Delaney Nash. As this one's going to be a run out, trying to get something going is Sanzo Robinson, but he's brought down on the play by who else but David Horrell.
Yeah, good discipline by David Horrell. I honestly thought Sanzo was going to be able to kick it outside and get a good gain there, but you can see how smart Horrell is in only his 2nd season. He's playing like a 10-year veteran.
So 3rd down and 6. A little bit closer than the 3rd down and 8 they converted on a couple plays ago. As Q dropping back, pressure in his face, and down he goes. He did not have any time to get that off as the bull rush worked to perfection for the Toros.
Yeah, that was a big-time play by E.K. Vinson running up the middle. You don't see a lot of linebackers blitzing in this league, but if you see what EK did, maybe some of the defensive coaches out there will start adding that to the playbook. That was very impressive.
That was a nice bull rush right up the middle. Looked like a little bit of a line stunt as well. Helped him get to the quarterback to bring him down. And so a punt is away. First punt we'll see in the ball game. And now the ball goes back to Fort Worth, who looked really good on their first drive, Charles.
Yeah, definitely. And I thought Tulsa was starting to build something up on offense, but the Fort Worth defense just dug in and kept them from making that first down with that big sack from Vincent.
We'll see what Cameron Curtis can do for his second drive, and he's going to start out in the shotgun formation. Trips to the top of the formation, one to the bottom, but the tight end will go out on a route, making it quads to the top. Curtis taking the drop back, firing it underneath, hit off the hands and falls incomplete. He was looking for the non-contract Mike Kacker there for the first reception, but falls incomplete.
Almost had it, but great defense there. The defender was able to get his arm in there and knock the ball out and not keep the completion from happening. That was Espen Riel, looked like.
So now second down and 10. They're backed up to their own 12. 3:04 left to go in the first quarter. Fort Worth on top, 7-0 from the Stockyards in Fort Worth, Texas. Curtis, this time he'll go under center. It looks like Tulsa might bring a little bit of a pressure here. They decide to back out of it. Curtis, short drop, throwing it across the middle. What a pitch and catch that was. It's Stephen Hacker with the reception.
Yeah, that's looking to see a big game from Hacker today as well. I mean, he's been looks like he's been relatively quiet this season. I'm just waiting for for him to explode. Maybe he'll do it today.
Gotta love it. Receiver with no gloves going on and making that catch and pulls it in. First down, and now the ball is up to the 26-yard line. First down and 10. Curtis under center, Komisak and Williams in the backfield. Linebacker shifting for Tulsa on the defensive front, looking like they might bring a pressure up the gaps, but they back out of it and throwing it to Kate Stevens, but the defense was there and knocking it away, number 56, Janelle Ritter.
It looks like they lined up in a tight end flex there, and Robert Garrett in the slot did a post route, and he was wide open. If Curtis was able to get it to him, I think he would have taken it to the house.
Still waiting to see this Tulsa defensive line make some pressure up the middle. We'll see if it happens here on 2nd and 10. Curtis under center, bunch formation to the bottom of the formation for him. He throws it that way. We already saw this play already on their first drive, and they go right back to it. Kate Stevens with the reception, pick up a 5.
Yeah, great protection by the offensive line for Fort Worth. I've said that all first quarter, and they're doing their job and allowing Curtis to go through his progressions. I mean, he had to dump it off there. It was good coverage downfield, but at least they got a positive gain.
Under center, Curtis. Williams in the backfield. Hacker to the bottom of the formation, but he's going to give it to Williams up the middle. Powers his way for a pickup of 4, and it's going to be 4th and 1, and Tulsa getting the stop that they needed, and we'll get the ball back.
Yeah, big stop by Tulsa. They really needed to get the ball back in their offense, but Fort Worth has a lot of confidence in their run game if they're gonna try that on a third down play.
So now we saw Fort Worth, who went on a big-time drive in their first possession here. They get stalled out, and they will have to punt it away for their first punt of the game. And it's going to be the veteran and the best returner in the SFL, Gabriel Manning, but he gets planted. And so here we come with
the special teams of Fort Worth wasn't having it.
So what do you want to see from this Tulsa offense here? I know you had a couple keys to the game, or a wish list, as you put it, of what you wanted to see from Tulsa, but what do they have to do to get this offense start clicking again?
I think it starts with Sanzo. I mean, if he has a productive game, I think they're going to get a W.
3-down defensive lineman, handoff to Robinson, has to hurdle his way, but the defense swarming and getting in there as Adam Bleach coming in from his corner spot to get the first grab and wraparound tackle on Robinson.
Not a sexy play, but they got some yardage out of that, and you can build on that and get some momentum going.
2nd and 6, pick up a 4 by Robinson on the last carry. He's in the backfield yet again, but Q drops back looking for Robinson coming out of the backfield. He grabs the reception, and we'll have a short gain on the play before who else but Adam Leach yet again with another tackle on Robinson.
Yeah, the defense of Fort Worth is fast, but Tulsa did get some positive yards here. Manageable 3rd and 3. I think the key here is not to panic and just stay within the game plan.
So 3rd and 3. Can Tulsa convert here and keep the drive alive, or will the Toros get the ball back and get a stop? Q in the shotgun formation. He gets the snap. He's throwing it across the middle deep, but it's picked off by the Toros. And the interception by Nacho Sicario, the veteran corner, coming up with a big play.
Yeah, great defense by Nacho Sicario. It looked like they had a couple defenders back there, and pass was a little short for the wide receiver. Or maybe no, that was just an athletic jump by Sicario. But good defense. They shut down Tulsa, and now let's see how Fort Worth can deal with having the ball back.
Looking for the receiver Jones downfield, but the rookie quarterback left it up there just a little bit too much and gave the veteran Sicario a chance at the interception, and he came down with it as he normally does. So now Curtis will hand it off to Comisek going up the middle. Oh, and he gets met by DJ Majesty, but not before. He has a short pickup of 2 on the play.
Love it when they run the fullback. Just love it.
Charles loves the fullback glove.
It's not a sexy play there, but it adds another wrinkle to the offense that the defense has to scheme against.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with the second on the flip side. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. We'll be back right after this. Start of the second quarter. Welcome back to the Stockyards in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm Jeff Melanishin, and the other voice you're hearing in the booth with me is Charles Doherty. As Cameron Curtis will fire it, and he is living on a prayer as he finds Steven Hacker downfield in coverage. Great pitch and catch.
Wow. Hello, Mr. Hacker. What a catch right there. That was unbelievable. Not a perfect pass. Hacker had to reach out there and just showed how athletic he was and a dangerous receiver Hacker is.
I guess somebody cue up the Bon Jovi as, wow, what a throw from the first-time quarterback, Cameron Curtis. And here he'll be in the shotgun formation. He gets the snap. He'll fire it to Williams coming out of the backfield. It's going to be a short gain on the play. Pickup of only one, Lauren Percoco on the reception.
Yeah, you got defense can't take their eye off Garrett. I mean, he's the secret, well, not so much a secret weapon, but if you don't keep your eyes on him and a man on him, he's going to burn you. Haven't heard his name much today, but look out.
10-0. Fort Worth still on top, and they're known for close games. As last week they won 9-7 in Houma, Louisiana, as they beat the Revolution. And here it's 7-0. Still plenty of time left to go. Curtis dropping back, looking for the tight end. He finds her, and she picks up positive yards there. It's going to set up 3rd down and inches. But Lauren Percoco looking really good in this scheme for the Fort Worth Toros.
Speaking as a defensive coach, it's really hard to scheme against, at least in my opinion, a two tight end set, especially when you have 2 good tight ends like Fort Worth.
3rd and inches. The linebacking core move for Tulsa shifting on this play. Hand off to Comisek up the middle, but he is hit, and it's not going to get there. DJ Majesty, the first one to lay the boom onto the second-year fullback, Chris Comisek.
Yeah, that was a big hit by Majesty. Barely, about a fingernail away from getting a first down.
It looks like they're going to try to go for it or maybe get Tulsa to jump. They were able to get Tulsa to jump 2 times on their first possession, but we'll see if Tulsa got a talking to on the sidelines. Under 5 seconds on the play clock, and they will not jump. They turned things around there after getting a talking to on the sidelines by Deion Hawkins, and Fort Worth will have to burn their first timeout of the first half.
Yeah, Coach Hawkins also, I'm sure some of the vets like Rael had a couple words, maybe DJ as well and Nate Haslip.
So we will see the kicking unit come on. More importantly, Taco Sicario, everybody's favorite kicker. As this one, it looks like Fort Worth will try to extend this lead to double digits.
The thing I love about Taco is he makes me feel like Brad Pitt.
Charles, I make you look like Brad Pitt. Come on now. Low snap. Kick is on the way, but it is blocked. Took a little bit of time, and Taco was not able to run up to the football quick enough. And Tulsa gets in there for the block. Huge turning point could be right here for Tulsa. They needed something, and they got it.
Yeah, I think that's the spark they need to get it going.
Now the ball back to JQ and the Tulsa Desperados offense from their own 29, first down and 10. Got the fullback and Robinson in the backfield. Q dropping, hit as he threw. Wide open receiver. It is caught being tackled from behind by Sicario. First down, Tulsa into Fort Worth territory down to the 19.
The smartest thing they're doing here, Jeff, is they're going hurry up.
Corey Jones on the reception. As JQ, the rookie, taking his sweet time getting back to the line of scrimmage. Staying in the same formation, this time going to Robinson, seeing something they like. He gives a forearm shiver and then takes a shot, pick up a 5.
Very smart. Smart play calling there. Keep them on their heels.
Q under center. Same formation, this time taking a drop back 7 steps. He's got all sorts of time, but he throws a second interception. And this one's going back. Aiden Davis on the return. He is past midfield right now. He's still on his feet being chased from behind by Robinson, who makes the stop at the Tulsa 34-yard line. Another swing of momentum.
Third interception for Aiden Davis. What a game. I mean, he's played it perfectly. There was no chance for the wide receiver to get that completion. That was a big turn of events. It looked like Tulsa was starting to get some momentum, and Fort Worth just shut it down.
They were looking towards 87. I believe that's the second tight end, Kevin Grayson, but not able to go up and get it, and kind of Q threw that into double coverage.
Yeah, that was a mistake. He probably didn't see Aiden Davis there lurking.
So now it's first down and 10 from the Tulsa 34. Handoff to Williams trying to get going. Nice spin move. He is loose, but DJ Majesty is there on the tackle. Holding. Oh, as Aspen Rael is injured on the play, that will be a big loss for Tulsa if he cannot come back in this game.
Yeah, that's a huge loss. I mean, he's the leader on defense. They're gonna have to they're really gonna have to dig deep here and keep in control.
The interception, they were actually looking for Jason France, on that one. Looking for the rookie tight end. But handoff to Williams trying to get up the left side. He's got blocking downfield, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown, Jason Williams.
Oh, that was a very pretty play. Pretty run off tackle there. The offensive line set it up perfectly, and then it was all Williams taking it to the house. Once he gets it in that extra gear, he's a hard man to bring down.
Do you think that was a play designed especially with Rael being out with the injury?
Well, it would have been interesting to see if Rael could have run him down, but I don't know. Once he gets into that, like I said, once he gets into that gear, it's not many people in the league can run him down.
So Williams with his second rushing touchdown of the game, and he matches his season total of 2 touchdowns coming into this one, as now he's up to 4. And we'll see Taco Sicario out for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is on the way, and it is good. So Fort Worth on top 14-0 against Tulsa here in the Stockyards.
It's time for Tulsa to do something here. They're going to have to put something on the board before the end of the half.
That was a 2-play, 34-yard drive that was set up by an Aiden Davis interception, as it looked like Tulsa was going to put some points on the board, but looking for Jason France, who was double covered, and the rest, as you know, it is history. And so we'll see the Tulsa and what Manning can do. Needing a spark, any sort of spark, Manning can definitely bring it, but he is going to be stopped at the 25-yard line.
It looks like Fort Worth has schemed against the deep pass for Tulsa, so maybe this means that there's going to be some open routes, some short out routes, and maybe on the medium side that Tulsa can take advantage of and get start getting some movement down the field.
So JQ, rookie quarterback, having some struggles here, but he could definitely turn this game around with one flick of the wrist. He's going to hand it off to Robinson this time, going a little on the conservative side. Handoff to Robinson for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad run on first down. I really liked it. Didn't end well on the last series, when they went hurry up, but hopefully they'll pull that card out again before the end of the half.
2nd down and 5 as you take a look at the rating for JQ in the game. Under 70% on the QBR, but still plenty of time to turn that around. 2nd down and 5, handoff to Robinson yet again. This is probably the first time that we saw back-to-back handoffs to Robinson, as he's going to be, for a short gain on the play, pickup of 1.
Yeah, maybe they're just trying to settle down on offense and get into some type of rhythm.
Catherine Horrell on the stop, just adding to an impressive season, coming into this one with 4 tackles. No sacks, surprisingly, on the season thus far, but she's 15th in tackles for loss with 4. Empty set for JQ, rolling around in the pocket all sorts of time. He decides to take off and run, but the defense is there and swarms and gets the stop before he's able to turn upfield, as David Horrell getting in there for the sack.
That's what you called, Jeff, a coverage sack. I mean, they lined up in 2 bump, and they're everyone in the secondary did their job and locked down their receiver, and the quarterback had nothing to do but just scramble around in the backfield and try and stay on his feet.
Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. And on the return, up to the 39.
Yes, right now, Jeff, Fort Worth's in the driver's seat. I mean, they've got stud in the backfield with Williams. I just keep feeding it to him and burn off some clock.
Linebackers moving around for Tulsa. Throwing it to Komisak out of the backfield as he turns upfield with it, and he'll pick up 6 on the play before he be tackled out of bounds. But Espen Rael with cramps, he may return. So good news for the Desperados defense.
Yep. Or Jeff, they could do that. That was a pretty good play.
Well, you were talking earlier about getting the fullback gloves. So, I mean, you got to be impressed with that, right?
Yeah, I love it. Love it when the fullback's involved.
Second and 4 now. Again, the linebackers for Tulsa moving around, it seems, on every sort of snap play. As a throw out to Williams, breaking out of tackle, still on his feet, and will be 1 yard short of the first down marker. Pick up a 3 on the play.
Big 3rd down for Tulsa defense here. Let's see if the ends can get some pressure on the quarterback if they decide to throw it. They should throw it, but if they do.
Are you saying you want to see a run right here on 3rd and 1?
That's what I would do, but that's why I'm in the booth.
We'll see what happens. They're going to hand it off to Komisak up the middle, and that, again, is not there, as the defensive linebacking core for Tulsa was there on the stop.
Yeah, good defense by Tulsa. They did what they needed to do. Now we've got to get the ball in that Tulsa offense and get some points on the board. It's crucial to walk away with at least a field goal this half.
And we'll see the punting come on again. And it seems like with Fort Worth, when they get to 3rd and shorts, more importantly, the 3rd and 1s, they've been going to that fullback dive up the middle, and it just hasn't been working the 2 times that they've ran it.
Yeah, and they don't want to get predictable either, because that's a tragic mistake if you do that in the SFL.
Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow and subscribe to all the channels: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. From teams to podcasters, final scores, and major highlights, SFL Social has you covered. And Charles, you could get on his TikTok as well. I know he'd be doing some good dances on his TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
This one by JQ is fired, and the pass is caught by Jones, who now has his 2nd reception and up to 66 yards.
Yeah, nice play there. Had a very small window to get that ball in, and JQ just fired it in there. I'm hoping their selection of pass plays here, finishing up the half, is going to be more on the sidelines, because Fort Worth is showing that they can shut things down in the middle.
Adam Leach was the one that tried to undercut that one to the pass from JQ to Corey Jones, but not getting his hand on it, and so a grab by Corey Jones. And a first down for Tulsa. Is this on first down will be a handoff to Robinson up the middle for a pickup of 4 on the play.
Yeah, nice run. I'm surprised I'm not seeing any short routes by Tulsa. I think if you get the ball in Gabriel Manning's hands, he can do magic with it once he gets the ball. I mean, even 5 yards down the field, he can turn that into a house play.
Yeah, we definitely seen him make some big time plays for Tulsa, even going back to last season. Throwing underneath. This time they use Gabriel Manning on the underneath route, and that one will be caught on the play and turning it upfield, but it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, can't overstate this, but Tulsa's got to get this first down. I mean, as we said a bunch of times, they got to get some points on the board.
Tulsa, on the bright side, if they do get a stop here and get the ball back, they do get the ball to start the second half. So points on their next drive could be pivotal, maybe turning some of the momentum around here. As we'll see on 3rd down and 3 with Q, who's going to be in the shotgun. As he throwing it across the middle, pass is going to be caught. 1st down for the Desperados. Gabriel Manning on the reception.
Fort Worth decided to send only 3 in, but that gave enough time for JQ to let that route develop for Manning. It was a smart route going right at the 1st down marker.
5th play of the drive for the Desperados. Full house in the backfield. Handoff to Robinson. Breaking out of a tackle. He's still loose, but it's going to be Adam Leach on the tackle before Robinson could get going.
A big tackle by Adam Leach. That was a great run by Sansa. Want to see more of that.
Probably one of the better runs that we've seen from Robinson in this game is he just lowers the shoulder on Nacho Sicario.
He blew him up on that play.
So 1st down and 10. Tulsa now into Fort Worth territory. The last time they got into Fort Worth territory, remember they threw the interception at their own 15 looking for Jason France, and it was picked off by Aiden Davis. Q dropping back. He's going to sling his arm through, and he will find Gabriel Manning for a 1st down as they continue to march downfield, now down to the Fort Worth 37.
Jeff, I think they can do that all day if they decide to, go to that play. It's hard to cover Manning, especially on those short routes. He's such a great route runner.
And it's only a matter of time before they send him on a streak route down the sidelines. So 1st down and 10, Q dropping back from under center. Pocket starting to collapse. He throws it, and it's going to be caught somehow, some way by Gabriel Manning. He is doing it all. 1st down to the 17 inside the red zone.
Yep, they're at it's 2-minute warning, but they're at the point right here where they can't roll the dice too much. They got to get some points on the board. Don't make a mistake.
And that's going to be it for the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back right after this. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Out of the 2-minute break at the Fort Worth 17, Q will go under center. Robinson in the backfield. Handoff to Robinson trying to break it outside, but the Toros defense is swarming to the football, and Nacho Sicario with the tackle for loss.
Fort Worth had that play read from the start, and they just blew up the line of Tulsa and wasn't going to let the running back go anywhere.
As the Atlanta and Queen City game has now entered the 3rd quarter. That one going over on For the Fans. Trying to get Robinson outside. He somehow breaks out of it and gets positive yards. Will pick up 3 on the play before David Horrell comes down and makes the stop.
That play took a lot of time to develop. I'm surprised he got some positive yardage on that. I mean, you have to have elite speed to be able to take it upfield when you're running towards the sideline for that amount of time.
Q. Empty set, shotgun formation, trips to the bottom of the formation. Manning is on the outside of the trips. Dropping back, throwing it underneath. Pass is going to fall incomplete. Looking across the middle of the field, but it looked like the receiver could have made that catch, and it would have been a closer, maybe 4th and short that maybe Tulsa goes for, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, we're not going to see a replay here, but you got to give credit to the rush put on by Fort Worth. I mean, they rattled the quarterback, and it wasn't the best pass that he got off there.
And we'll see the kicker for Tulsa, Judah Dorgan, come on to get the first points of the game. And again, we talked about this as Tulsa will get the ball back to start the second half. Any points on this drive could be big as the field goal is up and through from 31 yards out. So it's now 14-3.
Yeah, Jeff, Tulsa needed something positive to take in the locker room, and it's not a touchdown, but they had a decent drive going down the field and put some points on the board. So I think they'll be all right in the second half.
And with 58 seconds left to go, are you expecting maybe Fort Worth to get a little bit, maybe risk it a little bit, maybe get downfield depending on how the kick return goes?
Well, you never know. I mean, whatever I say, they're going to do opposite. So, if it was me, I'd try and be conservative and just take it to the halftime. I've said that before, but they'll probably line up in shotgun and wing it down the field to Hacker.
As Alexander will bring it out to the 21-yard line. And so we'll see what Stephen Hacker and Luis Gonzalez decide to do here going forward with the last minute, 53 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Fort Worth on top 14-0, thanks in part to 2 Jason Williams touchdown runs. So he's got 4 on the season after coming in with just 2. As this one, they tried to throw it to big old number 71 coming out of the backfield, Hill, but it falls incomplete.
Wow. Is that a tackle they were throwing it to? Wow.
Hey, big men deserve some love too in the passing game, Charles.
Yeah,
come on
definitely.
now.
But you can see why they don't do that very often, because big guys like Cotton Hill don't normally bring that in and take it for a big gain.
I don't know what they're feeding these players for the Toros, but man, do they have some meaty guys. It's turning it upfield. Pass is caught and getting close to midfield to the 42 as Curtis is just having a whale of a game. And this one, he finds Stephen Hacker.
Yeah, Hacker's dangerous. I mean, that yard after catch is pretty high for Mr. Hacker there. Nice. What they did right here, I think, is what Tulsa needs to do. You get a similar pattern to Gabriel, and he can do something, the exact same thing that Hacker did.
Nate Heslop tried to make the tackle on Hacker. Would have been not as far after the catch, but able to break out of it as Stephen Hacker and get up to the 42-yard line. Now Curtis under center, split back in the backfield behind him. Firing it out to the tight end and turning it upfield. First down, not getting out of bounds, so clock is ticking. 2 timeouts left, as that was Lauren Percoco on the Robert Garrett Jr., on the reception. Hurrying it up, same play. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so that one is going to be thrown out to, Lauren Percoco, as she is having a big game, and now will pick up a 4 here and getting out of bounds, so preserving those 2 timeouts.
Yep, they have plenty of time to get into scoring range here, but I really like the play selection. They have been passing it, but the pass routes they're running are relatively conservative.
2nd and 6, Komisak and Williams in the backfield. But Curtis dropping back 5 steps, hit as he throws, and down he goes, not able to get the ball off, and that's going to be the first sack that we're seeing from Tulsa's defensive line.
It looked like one of the ends got him. I didn't get the number, but that was a huge stop.
Chris Andrews was the one on the sack, but it doesn't matter as Cameron Curtis is firing missiles and Robert Garrett Jr. on the reception, and with 8 seconds gets out of bounds at the Tulsa 28.
Just waiting for Robert Garrett to sneak in there and get a big play, and here we go. Nice route runner. He was wide open. The defense had to adjust, and he was able to get out of bounds and keep it going.
Preserving the 2 timeouts, and we're going to see Taco Sicario come on and make this back to a 2-possession game. Then their lead. Snap is down. Kick is on the way by Sicario. It's through the uprights from 44 yards out, so it's a 17-3. So they match field goals. Tulsa went down, scored, and got 3, and now Fort Worth doing the same, and just it's a back-and-forth type of game. I mean, it seems like that Fort Worth's defense has really come to play in this one, really holding Tulsa in check.
Yeah, you really got to take your hat off to the offensive coordinator of Fort Worth. I mean, that was a brilliant drive there.
So with 4 seconds left, Manning will have a chance and maybe some fireworks before the end of the half. Trying to break it outside, but the defense on the kick return is there, as they have been probably shown a lot of video of Gabriel Manning's returns from past seasons, as he's held in check here again. And that's going to do it for the end of the first half with the Toros on top 17-3. Remember, in the third quarter, the Tulsa Desperados will get the ball to start the second half. But Charles, as we come into the studio for some halftime break for the fans, some of your thoughts on what you saw in the first half of action.
I think it was great that Tulsa got on the board, but Fort Worth appears to be firing on all cylinders on both sides of the ball. I mean, Jason Williams is having a really good game with 2 touchdowns and about 68, 70 yards. Cameron Curtis is having a pretty solid game at quarterback as well. But the defense of Tulsa is going to have to find an answer to put the ball back in JQ's hands. And then from a Tulsa offense standpoint, I think they need to maybe look at their playbook and make a couple adjustments.
So going back to your wish list of coming into this game, just some of what you want to see in the second half by both teams now.
Well, I mean, right off the bat, it's going to be you can't forget your running back, Sanzo Robinson. And then we've got Cameron Curtis getting a touchdown pass, and then looks like Andrews got another sack. So right now, I think one of my wishes came true.
Down in 10, starting this one out will be a handout to Robinson up the middle before he is going to be met, and so he'll pick up 3 yards on the play.
Just waiting for that big play to Manning to happen.
It's only a matter of time before they decide to do that. It's just a matter of when, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later for the Desperados. As JQ will go under center here for 2nd and 7. Dropping back, will fire on the out route. Pass is caught, but giving his receiver enough to turn upfield with it. That's Jones Robinson out of the backfield for that reception and turn upfield for a first down to the Tulsa 40.
Yeah, smart play. Again, the Fort Worth defense is waiting for either runs up the middle or they're trying to shut it down deep. And I think that you can take advantage of that defense by, again, utilizing some short pass routes, medium pass routes on the side, but also that swing pass and screen pass could cause some damage.
2-by-2 set here for JQ, who takes the shotgun snap and will fire it to Robinson out of the backfield. Turns upfield before he's going to be planted. He picks up 4 on the play, setting up 2nd down and 6.
Yep, the Fort Worth defense is going to have to make some adjustments there, put in a couple plays there, but maybe some hard zone plays there to shut down that swing pass.
Pick up of 7 on the play. So 2nd and 3 now from their own 47. Handoff to Robinson, trying to get close to the first down. He will by a yard, but it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yep, 3rd and 2. That defense isn't giving up a lot in that middle. I mean, it's good to try it every now and then to keep them honest, but Fort Worth has shown that they're shutting it down up front.
Joey Schwint getting his first tackle on the game. So 3 down defensive linemen for the Toros here on 3rd and 2. Throwing it to Robinson out of the backfield. He has the space to get up there thanks to the block on the outside. It looked like the corner disengaged just before and made it a little bit closer than what it should, but Robinson breaking out of the tackle, so first down to the Fort Worth 48.
Yeah, smart play and great downfield blocking, like you said. I mean, that was able. The first down was just because of that great blocking.
So first down and 10. Tulsa on a little bit of a drive here to open up the second half inside Fort Worth territory. Shotgun snap for Q, firing it out to the left, but it's off the hands and incomplete.
Wow.
As in coverage for that one was E.K. Vincent.
Let's see what they do on 2nd and 10 after that incompletion. Do they try and push it downfield deep, or maybe show some patience and just get a little short gain here?
2nd and 10 as Q will go under center. Robinson in the backfield lined up behind him. 3 down defensive linemen, maybe a good time for a run. They're going to go up the middle, but the defensive front for the Toros is there for the stop, as the defensive line getting a lot of pressure with only 3 down defensive linemen on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough undergoing here, trying to get run up the middle on this Fort Worth defense.
Catherine Horrell getting in there for the stop, getting a tackle for loss, adding to an impressive stat line already for her in this season of season 16. JQ dropping back, will fire it, and the pass is going to be caught out wide. What a pitch and catch there from the rookie as he connects with DJ Hume for the first time for the first down.
Yeah, that was a very solid route there by DJ Hume. He just broke right at the right second, and nice timing pass by JQ.
One of the better throws that we've seen from JQ in the game so far. Maybe a little bit of a talking to at halftime and coming out here very impressive on an opening drive of the second half. So first down and 10, this time from the Fort Worth 33. Low snap, but Q corrals it. He'll fire it underneath. Pass is going to be caught. That's going to be Manning yet again on the reception, or excuse me, Jones on the reception. No, Robinson on the reception for a pickup of 7.
That was a smart play by JQ. I mean, he looked at his reads downfield, and they were clearly covered well by Fort Worth, and very smart of him to dump it off to the running back and not make a mistake.
Robinson getting a lot of work both in the running game and the passing game here. So second down and 3. This time he's going to go up the middle. He's got enough for the first down before being tackled by Leach yet again, who's having a very impressive game tackling Robinson.
Yeah, very impressive. But, Robinson can cause damage with the ball as a runner and also a receiver. I like the way they're mixing it up and getting him involved on both aspects of the offensive playbook.
17-3, Fort Worth Toros on top of the Tulsa Desperados as we're live from the stockyards as Robinson trying to get to the outside but hit for no gain on the play by Browning.
Yeah, Browning told him not to go to the well again because they were waiting for him and need to mix it up a little bit on the Tulsa side. They're expecting that run up the middle.
Give a shout out to Tom Rahman, Rochelle Colston, and Andre Krim doing the stats for us for this game. Second and 10, Q dropping back, throwing it across the middle. Pass is going to be caught, setting up a third down and manageable. Third down and 2 upcoming.
Wasn't a big window there for a completion, but JQ had showed his precision accuracy there and getting the ball right in the breadbasket.
Pass was caught by Roderick Davis, the non-contract receiver. So this one is going to be third down and 2. Hugh dropping back 3 steps, will fire on the out route. Pass is going to be caught, and they're going to say first down as Leach in on the stop of Gabriel Manning.
Yeah, it's a very smart play on that short yardage play. It's hard. Again, I said it a million times. It's hard to cover Gabriel Manning. He's such a great route runner, and on those short routes, he really takes advantage of his defender.
14-point lead. A touchdown here will work wonders for Tulsa and maybe getting some momentum. Robinson with the carry is going to be met at the line of scrimmage and stopped by Browning and Vincent on the tackle.
Tulsa's in a perfect position here to walk away with a touchdown. They just need to stick to what they've been doing. I've really been impressed on how they moved it down the field.
Second and 10 from this time from the Fort Worth 11 inside the red zone on the first drive of the second half. Hugh looking very comfortable here in the second half. He takes the shotgun snap. He's got all sorts of time. Throws it to the end zone, batted up in the air, but deflected. It falls incomplete as the clamps there from the Toros defense as the receiver was in quadruple coverage.
Yeah, that was bouncing around a lot. And like we said at the top of the game, when that happens, normally the defense comes down with it, but that was little luck was on Tulsa's side there.
Already 2 interceptions. Could have been a third, but it falls incomplete. So a second opportunity for JQ here on third down. Takes the shotgun snap. Quick throw across the middle. Going to be close. It's going to be short by a marker. And the pass is going to be caught for the first time by Jason France in the game, but Vincent in on the stop.
I'm not sure if we're going to get a look at this, but that was very close.
And a good stop by Vincent forces Tulsa to have to settle for a field goal. As Deion Hawkins in chat saying to go for it. I don't blame him. I would go for it as well. But Dorgan with the field goal opportunity, a chip shot for him from 18 yards out, and that's good as it's now a 17-6 ball game.
Yeah, barely got that extra point off. They got a lot of pressure up the middle, almost blocked that.
We would have seen the second blocked field goal or extra point of the game. But that one was a 17-play, 75-yard drive, resulting in the Judah Dorgan field goal. But Charles, I gotta ask, would you have went for that, or is it still a little bit too early in your mind to go for it?
I think it's a little too early. You got to walk away with points. I mean, it's an 11-point game, and if they had a lot of good things happen on that last drive, they just build on that one, and they'll get back there and score in position again. Don't make a mistake, and I think that would have been a big mistake trying to go for it.
The big key is, does Espen Rael come back here to start the second half, or is he still trying to get those cramps worked out? First down and 10 as the defensive line. Oh, another free play. This is the third one of the game, and that's Hacker and a catch and run up, and they're gonna decline the penalty and just take the yards.
Yep, yard after catch. Hacker's the king of that tonight. Short pass play. Showed his athleticism and got a ton of extra yards.
Like Tulsa, a little bit getting too aggressive here, as we saw this in the first half, in the very first drive, where Tulsa jumped off sides twice. But here it happens to bite them yet again.
Yeah, I think it was pick your poison. It's either the offside or it's the running of Hacker.
But first down and 10 to their own 40-yard line. Curtis dropping back. Quick throw to Percoco as she makes a great catch. Not really looking for the football, but turns around just in time. And is a nice target there for Curtis, and it's going to be a pickup of 6.
Yeah, Tulsa defense want to see if maybe they can get some pressure on the quarterback. I mean, the quarterback has been having all the time he needs, Cameron Curtis, to develop that play and go through his progressions. Need to put some pressure on.
There's Charles Doherty's favorite player, the fullback, Chris Komisek, with the carry and the first down. To midfield goes the Toros.
Love it. Keep the fullback engaged. It's hard to defend if you got a successful fullback that can run.
And remember, Jason Williams was a big-time fullback for the Alaska Storm before making the transfer to running back as a handoff, and up the middle goes Jason Williams for a pickup of 6 on the play.
Yeah, we said on the Tulsa side, they're having a hard time running up the middle, but not so much on the Fort Worth side. Between Komisak and Williams, they've been getting positive yards every time they run it up the middle.
Yeah, 7.3 yards per carry for Jason Williams, and anybody will take that any given Sunday and Saturday here in the SFL. Handoff to Williams yet again. He's got a big gaping hole, and there is a first down to the 33.
And he hits that hole fast. He certainly does. And Jorge Torres just saved the touchdown there with that tackle.
Take a look. There's Komisek getting in on the linebacker. Then it's all she wrote. I mean, that one, if Williams puts his head down and trucks over that secondary player, I mean, boy, he's still going.
Yeah, I thought he was taking it to the end zone. That was a great tackle, though.
So first down and 10 now to the Tulsa 33-yard line. Curtis moving around in pocket. He sets and fires it to Percoco as she makes another big grab, this time for down to the 19-yard line.
It just shows you how patient Cameron Curtis is in the pocket. It was starting to break down. They sent a couple extra blitzers in there to put some pressure on him. He just took a step, fished his progressions, and hit the second tight end there on a great route.
Seventh play of the drive for the Toros upcoming here as Curtis will go under center. Williams a little bit offset, and he gets the handoff up the middle, but this time the defense is there for the Desperados, and a big stop there, much needed. Now it's going to be second down and 10 as Fort Worth, again, just driving down this field on Tulsa and taking time off the clock as well.
Yeah, Tulsa defense needs to do something to keep them from putting points up on the board.
Second and 10. Curtis now under center yet again, and it's another handoff to Williams, and this time it's going to be short gain on the play, pick up a 3 before he's brought down on the play. DJ Majesty was in on the stop.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what Fort Worth does here on 3rd and 7. They've shown that they've got a ton of options today on offense.
Now they're going to go empty set here. Quads will be going out with the tight end once the ball is snapped. One receiver to the bottom of formation. That's Hacker. Curtis taking the snap. He's going to fire to the trip side, turning it upfield. First down is Cade Stevens with the reception as he stays in bounds.
He did a little Hacker with the yard after catch. I mean, it didn't look like it was going to be a first down. He was like 2 or 3 yards short, and just showed his ability to run along the sideline there, not get out of bounds, and get that extra 3 to 4 yards.
Under 10 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll see if they want to run another play or if they're just going to take this to the fourth quarter. They will run another play. Chris Komasak, but the defense from Tulsa collapses in the backfield as it was a party and the invitation was in the backfield of the Toros. And that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. Everybody put your fours up in chat, but also who you think is going to win this one. 1 for Toros, give me a 2 for the Desperados. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this. Start of the fourth quarter. I'm Jeff Melnition. The other voice you're hearing is Charles Doherty, coming to you live from the Stockyards in Fort Worth, Texas. Second down and goal from the Tulsa 10-yard line. Curtis looking really sharp on this drive as he continues to fire missiles. This time, pass is going to be caught to Lauren Percoco yet again and getting close. It's going to be third down and goal from the 4.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm seeing a lot of numbers in chat. I hope you're keeping track because I don't remember what's 1 and what's 2.
1 was for Fort Worth and 2 was for Tulsa.
I just know what the meant.
Third down and goal is Curtis under center. Komasak and Williams in the backfield. Hand off to the fullback, and it's going to be a pickup of 1, but it's still going to be not close to the goal line and getting in for the touchdown. And so we'll see the field goal unit and Taco Sicario come out to attempt the field goal.
Good stop by Tulsa. They keep some life in the game here, getting the ball back to their offense.
Since halftime, Charles, there's already been 2 possessions, and this is going to be the third one once after this field goal opportunity. Tulsa had one for 17 plays, which resulted in a field goal, and now it's a 13-play drive for Fort Worth, which resulted in a field goal by Taco Sicario as he knocks it through the upright. So it's a 20-6 game, but man, you just got to like what you're seeing from Fort Worth, just taking time off the game clock.
Yeah, it's really solid game plan. I think on both sides of the ball. Tulsa has to get it in the end zone here soon because the clock is ticking. No more field goals.
Queen City is on top of Atlanta, 17-6. That one in the fourth quarter, and that one going over on For the Fans. As the return out by Gabriel Manning, who's been held in check, and really the last couple of seasons, it seems like a lot of teams have been focusing more on stopping him in the return game.
Yeah, I mean, they have, but, most games he's still able to, etch out 100 yards or so. I mean, he's at 75 right now.
Tulsa getting close to desperate measures here as Q will be under center. Robinson in the backfield. Handoff to Robinson as the defense is there yet again. Horrell is there as well as Aiden Davis.
Yep, we're getting to the point where, against what I've said in the previous quarters, they may have to start opening it up and testing them deep now, based on the amount of time on the board.
2nd and 10. No gain on the play by Robinson, the last carry. Q dropping it back, throwing it underneath. The defender was there, but Gabriel Manning in on the reception for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought Manning was a little slow to get up. That would be disastrous if he was out of the game.
Yeah, I don't think Tulsa needs to hear anything about a player being down after Espen Rael was in the first quarter, or the first half. So here on 3rd down and 5. Q needing to convert here to keep the drive alive. Throwing in, the pass is going to be caught. He somehow fires the missile through defenders for Toros, and a DJ Hume coming up big here in the second half with a couple of big grabs.
Yeah, that's the second big grab in this second half for Hume. I mean, that great route running in another crisp pass by JQ. I mean, he's shown that he, for a rookie, he's maybe had a couple more interceptions than he wants, but man, when he fires it in that hole, not many other quarterbacks can be as accurate as him.
First down and 10, now to the ball to their own 42. Q, 7-step drop, will fire it underneath. Pass is going to be caught, but it's going to be held in check thanks to Sicario coming in, or excuse me, J.L. Browning coming in and making the stop on Manning, holding him to a pickup of 4.
Well, I think as we get closer to the end of the game, you're going to see the secondary of Fort Worth go deeper and deeper back into coverage, and they're going to allow more of those dump offs.
2 receivers to the bottom of the formation, 1 to the top for Q, who's going to hand it off to Robinson. And he's got enough for the first down. Can he get to the outside? Does he have the speed? He's being chased, and he's going to be brought down at the 26.
Big run by Sonzo Robinson. I mean, we've been looking forward to it all game, and here we go. Can't see the blocking, but I'm sure it was stellar for him to be able to bust off that big run.
But give credit to E.K. Vincent, who's got the jets to keep up with Robinson and get the tackle.
Yeah, he did show some speed on there, didn't he, Jeff?
He did. I mean, I'm playing against him a couple games already last season and this season. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with in the linebacker core for the Toros for sure. Hand off to Robinson. Had a nice carry the last just a play ago, and here he picks up 2. And we got another injury as Delaney Nash, the starting strong safety, is down on the field and not moving.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because they're going to need all their secondary as we get to the later stages of this game because Tulsa's going to be bombing it.
We'll keep you updated on Delaney Nash. Any news that might come from his injury, we'll let you guys know as soon as we know it. And he is out right now with 7:21 left to go, being checked. So 2nd and 2 for JQ. Got the fullback and Robinson behind him. 5-step drop, looking for Robinson out of the backfield. He delivers it, and enough to turn up field, getting that first down before Nacho Sicario on the stop.
Yeah, smart play. Again, they're giving Tulsa that short stuff, but if Tulsa's able to get in the end zone here on this drive, we've got a whole new game.
First down and 10 from the 13-yard line of Fort Worth. Q. 2 receivers to the top. Gabriel Manning is to the bottom on the formation. Handoff to Robinson going up the middle, but he's going to be stopped. Pickup of 2 on the play, and it seems like the Toros defense, especially Adam Leach, is making big-time stops here on these when Robinson's trying to go to the right side.
Yeah, the clock's not their friend. I mean, I think they're going to have to start, I hate to say it, but maybe not relying on the run so much and get it in the end zone quickly.
Looks like they might go for another run play with Robinson. He gets the carry, but he has been used, and he looks like he's starting to lose some speed on this drive as he's going to be stopped on the play by David Horrell.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Tulsa pulls out of their hat for offensive play here. This is a huge play. This could be their play of the game.
5th play of the drive, and Tulsa is 7 for 11 on 3rd down, and this would be a big one for the rookie JQ. Drops back to the end zone, intercepted for the 3rd time in the game, and it's Need in the end zone for a touchback. Ben Stone with his first interception in the game.
First interception of this game. Last week he had one as well, and he just shut down the opportunity Tulsa had to make this a close game. The pressure's on the Tulsa defense again to get the ball back to the Tulsa offense.
But Charles, as we looked at the replay, there was just nobody open, and JQ just firing it, and it was picked off by the Toros.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to get any routes developed when you're that close to the end zone.
Now handoff to Williams, who looks like it's going to be a Williams fest the next 5:44 as he carries defenders for a pickup of 9.
Fort Worth can do that all day. I mean, they've shown that they can get positive yards. If they run it outside, they run it inside. And if they just keep doing that, the clock's going to be in their favor all day.
And this is only the 4th drive of the second half, as there was only 2 drives to open up the half. So the clock management here by both teams, very run heavy. as Williams GPS seems to be losing it a bit here, as he's going to be stopped for a loss of 1 on the play, setting up 3rd and 2.
I can't stress Tulsa's has to stop him here on this 3rd down.
3rd and 2 upcoming for Cameron Curtis. They are 4 of 8 on 3rd down, 50% on the button. Hand off to Williams, and they'll convert the 3rd down and a lot more. There goes Williams. He's being chased, and he's inside Tulsa territory to the 29 before finally being stopped by Nate Heslop.
Yeah, that was a punch in the belly to Tulsa. That was great run outside. They set it on the set the edge for Williams, and he just put the afterburners on. And luckily for Tulsa, he wasn't able to get it in the end zone. But still, it's quite a hole to dig out of for Tulsa at this point.
The man they call Thrilliams doing it all over the place here in the game today, getting the 2 rushing scores, getting the only touchdowns that we've seen in the game, and getting his season total up to 4 rushing touchdowns on the season. So 1st down and 10, as Cameron Curtis will go under center. He's got Komisek and Williams in the backfield, and Tulsa, I think they know what's coming. The question is, can they stop it? And a handoff to Komisek up the middle as he falls forward, but they're going to say no gain on the play.
But that last run by Williams put him over the 100 mark, and with that, he's getting close to $150 at 139.
Coming in on the season, he had 141 yards, 39 carries, 2 touchdowns, and he's already surpassed. He's getting close to his season yardage total. He'll probably do it on the next handoff he gets. As you take a look at DJ Majesty needing some big plays. 2nd and 10 now. As Curtis is under center. Again, taking a lot of time off this clock. They know exactly what they need to do. But Curtis pressure in his face, and he is going to be sacked.
Wow. They rolled the dice there, and they came up snake eyes on that one. That was risky. They could have run it and decided to pass it, and they paid the price. Great pressure up the middle.
I guess the only saving grace for that is that he was sacked, so the clock continues to tick down. But yeah, very surprised that they went and wanted to try to pass it there, as Jaden Swift will get his first sack on the afternoon. So here it's 3rd and 13 from the Tulsa 32. Handoff to Williams, trying to break out of a tackle, but that's not going to happen. They'll pick up 1 on the play before he's going to be stopped.
Another thing about that sack is it pushed him on the edge of range for the kicker. I mean, I think Sicario, it's well within his range, but I would say at the high end. I mean, he's getting close to where the percentage goes down significantly.
Janelle Ritter on the stop of on Williams, and here on 4th and 12. Everyone's favorite kicker, Taco Sicario will come on to attempt the long field goal, looking to just extend the lead. Snap is down, kick is on the way, and it is through the uprights for 48 yards out, and it is good, and it's now a 23-6 ball game here in the Stockyards.
Well, Jeff, anything named Taco has got to be good, and
especially
he shows
on
he's got the leg to put it right down the middle and put this one out of reach, I think, for Tulsa.
So 7-play, 49-yard drive, resulting in a Taco Sicario field goal. And so, Charles, I mean, I know going back to your wish list in the opening stanza of the game, just some of your thoughts on what you've seen from Tulsa in this one. Just, it didn't seem like their offense has been clicking so far to start the game. And once their offense does start click, it's going to. We'll get your thoughts on the flip side of this 2-minute warning, as we've reached a 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. So, Charles, as we come back for this one, just it seems like the offense for the Desperados has been sort of hit or miss. But also, I mean, JQ, I mean, with the 3 interceptions, you could probably chalk that one up as well. Without those, maybe it's a closer game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hats off to Fort Worth on both sides of the ball. They've had a great game plan. the Tulsa offense was really never able to get into a groove. I mean, we saw a couple sparks there, but just as soon as they started building some momentum, Fort Worth just shut them down.
So week 4 begins next Saturday on 11 Sports and for the fans Twitch channel. It's 2 divisional showdowns. First in the East as Dynasty meets Pickler in a quarterback clash when Atlanta faces Louisiana, followed by the Western Division tilt between Denver and Arizona. Bonus coverage includes Charleston visiting DC and Los Angeles traveling cross country to face Florida. Coverage starts at 4:30 Eastern time on the SFL on 11 Sports, as the season is only just beginning, as Tulsa trying to get something going here with 1:23 left to go already in Fort Worth territory. JQ dropping back from under center. Short drop across the middle, batted up in the air, but it falls incomplete. Looking for Gabriel Manning, but just not on the same page there.
And that was good good for Fort Worth. Now they can settle in and get in the right personnel to finish up this game.
Meanwhile, next Sunday on For the Fans Network, the 3-0 St. Louis Gladiators are off to their best start in franchise history and host the unbeaten Vancouver Legion in a huge matchup of 2 old franchises on the rise. Lone Star tries to right the ship and starts the doubleheader against Jacksonville. Bonus coverage includes London, Baltimore, and San Diego, Carolina. Coverage starts at 4:30 Eastern on the SFL for the fans.
But was right the ship in your read?
Yes, it was. Actually, it was in my read. I think you got to talk to Cam on that one, Charles. I just read what's put in front of me, like Ron Burgundy. As JQ moving around in pocket, throwing it, and it's going to be the 4th interception of the game, and it's down the sidelines. Is he going to take it all the way for a pick 6? He's being chased. No, he is going to go. Adam Leach adds to an impressive day, stopping Sandro Robinson, and there gets the pick 6.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, you see the hops on that guy when he went up for the interception. Let's see here on the replay. I thought it was going to sail over his head and into the receiver's arms, but man, he went up there in the stratosphere to bring that down.
Just a big play right there. I mean, great job by Adam Leach. I mean, he gets his first career pick 6, and one that he's going to remember for a long time here in the SFL.
That was very impressive. I mean, that was the punctuation to the game.
And so 29-6 is the score, but everybody's favorite kicker, Taco Sicario, on to attempt the extra point. I swear Taco needs to have like his own Instagram following, because I'm sure it will be through the roof in the SFL. But he knocks it through the uprights, and it's good. So it's a 30-6 ball game. But Charles, going into next week for Tulsa, what do you think they need to do offensively?
Wow, that's a tough question. I mean, I think they need to maybe put in some plays or passing plays that cover all points on the field. I mean, it looked to me that a lot of the plays were deep, or pushing the medium range, the deep range, and I think they could be successful. They've shown success getting the ball to Sandro Robinson on swing passes, and also the crisp route running of Manning for the short routes and the out routes. I mean, I think it could cause some damage, and just put the ball in the players and let them do what they do after they catch the ball.
Meanwhile, Fort Worth will move to 2-1 in the South Division, with Mexico City still needing to play, but Lone Star and Houston 1-2 bringing up the rear in the South Division. As we take a look to division standings already, it's still a long way to go, but even with Tulsa, they will move to 0-3, and they will be with the 0-3 club with Louisiana as well. Kind of surprising. As this one was thrown out to Gabriel Manning, but it falls incomplete. And I know, Charles, you got some stake in the South Division as well, but Fort Worth, you got to be very impressed with what you're seeing so far in the first 3 games.
Yeah, very impressive. And, it shows you how dangerous they are. I mean, if we would have said at the beginning of the game that the quarterback wasn't going to throw a touchdown pass, you'd say they're not putting 30 up.
And also very, very, the rookie JQ. Oh, diving attempt, and it is caught as laying out for that one and putting his life on the line. Wow, what a big, big play there from Terrence Cooley.
Yeah, that was some great athleticism to sacrifice his body to go out there and extend to get that ball. I did hear rumors, though, Jeff, that Taco was going to be releasing a calendar.
Oh, that'll be. I'm sure that'd be one of the better calendars that will come out in the SFL.
Yeah.
When I mentioned that he should get on Instagram, he actually dropped his Twitter. It's Sicario Taco on Twitter. I guess Taco Sicario was already taken.
Yes. Yep. That's not surprising.
I do think he still needs to get on Instagram, as Gabriel Manning will go out of bounds, being led just a little bit too much by JQ. But going to JQ, though, I mean, he went up against a buzzsaw, let's say, for Fort Worth. But what are you seeing from this rookie quarterback that maybe he could take into next week?
He's got great accuracy. If I think if you let him get some confidence in the short to medium routes, I think he can show how effective he can be at moving the ball down the field.
As it was thrown underneath, pass is going to be caught by Cooley yet again, turns it upfield, and so they will burn their second timeout. They got one left. So you got to also, if you're Deion Hawkins and the rest of the front office staff for Tulsa, you got to really like that you're seeing still some fight. You're seeing JQ take some shots, even though passes were intercepted. He had 4 on the day, but you got to like that, the rookie quarterback, he's still throwing it even despite the 4 turnovers.
Yeah, it's still early in the season, and he's going to grow and get better each week as he progresses. And I think we're going to see a totally different quarterback by the end of the season.
That one was thrown, and E.K. Vincent gained the deflection as Gabriel Manning coming across the middle. But it does seem like Tulsa really using a lot of these slant routes across the middle of the field in this game.
Yeah, it's feast or famine with that route. I mean, if you overcall it and they don't have the right defense in, then you can kill them all day. But Fort Worth clearly has the answer on defense for that ball slant.
It deep downfield, pass is caught, touchdown. JQ hooks up with the receiver downfield and finds the end zone as finally the rookie quarterback with a nice sling of the wrist right there as Corey Jones gets into the end zone for the first touchdown for the Tulsa Desperados.
Yeah, that shows you what JQ can do in that backfield. That was a great pass. If he has time and he has the right routes that he gets to throw to, I think he can be an extremely successful quarterback in this league.
Is now the leading receiver, Corey Jones, for the Tulsa Desperados, 91 yards on 3 receptions and a touchdown. As we will see the extra point from Judah Dorgan as the extra point is through the uprights and good. So it's now a 30-13 game, and I'm sure we'll see the onside kick attempt.
Definitely. Always exciting. One of the most exciting plays in the game.
Gunny McGuire in the chat says, I'm having wings today, but now I'm craving a taco. As we are making everybody just crave a taco now for Super Bowl Sunday, Charles.
Definitely.
Gotta love it.
I won't refuse a good wing.
Well, we'll get it. We could get into that down the line, but we all know boneless wings are the best.
No, it's not a wing, man, if it doesn't have a bone.
So 30-13 Fort Worth here in the stockyards. As Stephen Hacker put that out on Twitter and kind of caused a little bit of a ruckus in the broadcasting chat. Who would have thought that Stephen Hacker would have caused a ruckus?
Yeah, I never would have thunk it.
As we will see knees taken by Cameron Curtis, and they will move to 2-1. And meanwhile, Tulsa, they will stay winless at 0-3. And we still got games coming up later today as everybody over on the SFL on For the Fans saw the Atlanta Swarm defeat Queen City in what seemed like a very entertaining game all the way to the end as they win 27-17.
Yeah, neither of these teams have any time to relax because they're both going up against Fort Worth goes to Portland, and Tulsa goes to Queen City, and every team in this league, you can't sleep on.
Hey, you gotta like it. Just the parity in this league that we are seeing, even through 3 games, is I'm sure it's very entertaining for everybody watching at home. And so, Charles, some of your final thoughts here in the game. I mean, it looked like, I mean, you look at right there, team comparisons. I mean, Tulsa having the edge in passing yard in any statistical category outside of maybe rushing yards, thanks to Jason Williams on the Fort Worth side. But, I mean, very impressive, but just the turnover seemed to do them in.
Yeah, great balance by Fort Worth. On the passing side, they didn't get it into the end zone, but very effective. 195 yards, 84% completion percentage for Cameron Curtis, and the star of the game on offense was Jason Williams with multiple touchdowns and 140 yards rushing. Great. You got to give your hats off to the coaches on Fort Worth for defense and offense. They had a great game plan, sound game plan. Clearly did the work in the film room, scouting Tulsa coming into this game. I mean, I can't say anything negative about either defense or offensive game plans.
Tulsa had opportunities as well. It's just they had to kick field goals instead of touchdowns as Fort Worth. They just couldn't match what Fort Worth was doing offensively, and that seemed to do them in. I mean, even without the 4 interceptions, Tulsa still had opportunities in this game, and it just was a little bit too late.
Yeah, this is showing me and the rest of the SFL just how scary Fort Worth is. I mean, it was an impressive, like I said, I can't say it enough how impressive they played on defense and offense today.
And the player of the game is Jason Williams. I have no questions about that one. 17 attempts, 140 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns, and 9 receiving yards as well. And so that is going to do it for Charles Doherty. I'm Jeff Melanish, and this has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League, as the final score in this one was the Fort Worth Toros 30 and the Tulsa Desperados 13. We'll send it back to SFL Studios for analysis and what's next after these messages. Have a good day, everybody.